my thing is that no matter
It's,
what she does, as long as you react the way that is appropriate to you, then that's
that's
what you're
because you're a
responsible
woman.
for.
That's
That's
because
not
you're a woman. And that's why men got to tell women no, because y'all want everything. I just, listen, you got no, you can't have everything.
it's
I just saw this video and
I
this
can I
woman
can
was
have
like,
everything.
and the woman was at the beginning of it. She was like, a woman can do everything a man can do.
Anything men can do, we can do better.
Hoist the colors high, heave ho, thieves and beggars, never shall we die. All together, hoist the colors high, heave ho, thieves and beggars, never shall we die.
Reject delusions, embrace gender differences.
And
Oh
then it
God, that was so funny. That
and
was
it
so
comes
funny.
all these
I saw
men
that
like
shit.
working on
Yeah.
rigs and
I
like,
was like,
deep sea. And she was like, let's not be delusional. Okay. So
what I'm
listen,
gonna say about that though is that if women were in charge of the things, we wouldn't have oil rigs.
no.
Tapped into some of that free energy or something, but we wouldn't have those big machines and rigs and stuff. It's unnecessary. It's destructive to the environment. It's horrible to the fishies in the sea. And so that wouldn't even be a thing.
Okay, that's an interesting argument. That's an interesting argument to make. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you
Okay.
that. I'll give you that. I don't think we have any of it though. I
But
think
it was
we still
funny
live
as
in
fuck.
huts.
I'm don't get me wrong. I laughed. I was like,
I,
no.
I, I think we still be living in huts though. Yeah, you like we wouldn't be destroying the environment, but yeah, we wouldn't be
But we go
technologically
back to
advanced.
huts like in the end anyway, because everything's destroyed. So it's like, why even
No,
leave it
huts
first
is probably living in huts is probably living closer to God than the way we do now. So
grounding and all that stuff?
this is one of those reasons why it's like hard for me to like commit to like a certain philosophy because there's like you could look at something and if you look at it a different way, you could get a whole different perspective on it. So,
Yes.
you might be right. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Who
All
knows?
right.
Right now, I'm of the opinion that y'all women, y'all want everything, and somebody got to tell you no.
Some
That's
women are worth everything.
nope.
Everything. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well,
You
I
give
ain't
me
met her yet.
everything, I give you everything. We have twice as much of everything. It's a balance thing.
Well, I ain't met her yet.
Right.
That's all
And
I'm
that's
saying. Right.
okay.
Anyway, okay. So we should probably get started, right?
Started. I now
Because
am
the
in the
question
grand room.
today, huh?
I'm in the grand room today.
Okay. Question today is the NFL rigged? That is the question. So, you know what? To kick it off, how about we start? I'm gonna start with a little bit of a conspiracy theory. All right. So the conspiracy theory is that um, the elite or whoever it is that's in charge, right? That they have to tell us what they're doing, otherwise they face karmic retribution. You've heard this before, right? Right. So the thing is, like, if they tell us what they're doing and we say that it's okay, then they get away with it. They don't have any karma. So that's why we have to be vigilant. Oops. Constantly saying no to things that we don't find acceptable, right? Okay, so check this out as far as that goes, as far as conspiracies go.
All right, everyone. Last season was a smash. Ratings gold, but this year's script has to top it. So welcome to the table read for the 104th season of the NFL. Let's get to work. Yes, Jalen.
I thought this was the dress rehearsal.
Oh, sorry.
Week 1, fourth quarter, 3:02 left. Jamar leaps up and makes a no-handed catch.
No hands. How?
I don't need hands. I just catch it with my abs.
We can call it the abracadabra. Might as well send the ball to Canton now.
What if we wrote the Mahomes character out of the script entirely?
Wrote him off.
Guys, not cool. Who said that?
She did.
You're an actor, Patrick. Act like one.
Boring.
What if we played shirts versus skins?
I like it, Kirko.
What if we replace my legs with actual wheels?
I love it.
What if Derrick Henry stiff arms a guy into
Would
another?
it be possible for us to get to page 2?
Interesting. That's funny.
That's crazy, right? So if there's any truth to that,
Mhm.
you know.
Interesting.
So you don't really follow sports, right?
I am so anti-sport that I like start glazing over. So I'm looking forward to not glazing over. So show me something
Well,
interesting.
the thing
'Cause
about
I'm
sports
like,
for me is
what is
I got
football? Is it the one where you hit with the stick or?
you stupid.
That's how I am.
That was funny. Okay, so like the thing about me, you gotta understand, it's like I used to be big sports fan, right? I used to be, you know, in Babylon, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all the stuff, right? So I was a big Raiders fan. And one of the things that like threw me was when the Raiders lost in the playoffs in the snow that time with that really bad call. And I was just like, you won't remember this. None might remember it, but I know you won't. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that's a little suspect, right? You know, but still I was like, you know, all in, right?
The 42. Blitz.
Lost the football. It's on the ground, covered by the Raiders.
His college teammate, Charles Woodson, on the blitz. Tom Brady never sees him coming from the front side. Greg Biekert recovers the fumble. Charles Woodson, first time today I've seen him come on a blitz.
Oh. The question is, did he pull it down? His arm was going forward, but was he throwing the football?
Well, the exact term I can't think of, but if you throw a pass, and as you're faking that pass, now watch, as you're faking the pass, if it slipped out of your hand, that would be an incomplete pass. But was it forced out by Charles Woodson? I don't think the recoil of the fake throw is what made it come out of Tom Brady's hand.
After reviewing the play, the quarterback's arm was going forward. It is an incomplete pass. Second and 10 on the 42.
Wow.
But you know, as you just start to like realize that pretty much everything that you see is filtered, it becomes like for me, it becomes easier to believe that this kind of stuff is scripted. It becomes easier to believe. You know what? Let's go
But
through.
why? Why? Did you mind if I ask why? Why would something like this be scripted? For what purpose?
Because everything is scripted.
Understood. Still,
Okay,
question remains.
So
Just what do you
I'll
think?
answer it in a couple of different parts. Okay. First, everything that comes through television and radio, period, are scripted. Like literally everything. Even when you watch the news, if you watch, excuse me, I mean, they might show like a live chase or something like that. But the people that are in place to discuss the chase are never going to talk about certain issues or whatever. Everybody's in agreement on things too, also in the mainstream media. So, you know, it's all that. Also,
yeah, I agree with it. I know that.
Also, like there are conspiracies surrounding it. So, for example, Aaron Rodgers on the Jets went down on 9/11. So a jet goes down on 9/11.
Oh, wait, what happened? So, he went down like okay.
Right. So that there's weird like that, you know, and we got the whole Taylor Swift thing going on right now, you know what I'm saying? And you know, there's that too. So like, you know, there's a lot.
For what reason?
For what reason? What?
Why would any of those conspiracies be a thing? Like what's the purpose of them? Is it control? Like, I'm just asking your opinion. I have my own theories.
Okay, so for example, the theory is that they support the teams or they push forward the teams that support the agenda that the mainstream is supporting, right? So for example, when the Ukraine war was breaking off, the Rams were doing great, right? And they happened to have the same,
right?
Happen to have the Ukrainian color. So that's the theory, you know.
Yeah, and that's just psychological manipulation because you're
Now,
saying,
for me, like knowing that everything that comes through those boxes, the stereo, whatever, it's all scripted. It just stands to reason that that would be also
right. But
right.
you don't have a pinpointed theory on why in particular this, like say this
Just
game.
explain to you the theory. Don't do that.
No, I know,
I
but you
literally
didn't
just
like
explained to you the
you
theory.
said no, you said Ukraine, the Ukraine thing, that makes sense. That's a specific streamline theory. So I'm saying for this particular Super Bowl, is there something that they're trying to push specifically, like as specific as Ukraine?
Yeah, there's lots of stuff, but we'll get into that, when we
Okay,
when we
cool.
get to that, right? You know what I'm saying, right?
I obviously have
You're getting a little ahead of things right here, right? So
okay,
you know what I'm saying, right? We starting off. Listen, because this is the thing, because I'm not trying to make this about Taylor Swift, right?
Mhm.
So like I see that's where you're going with it because you're a girl
Oh
and
no, no,
everything.
no. I'm actually not. I let that go because I just don't know enough about the like I don't know about the thing, the ball thing. So
All
and I
right,
know that
listen.
people love it. And
Well,
so I know that it's
I'm gonna show you some coincidences, and we'll go
I don't
over
believe
a
in those,
few.
by the way, but let's see.
We'll go over a few coincidences and see what you think about it. All right.
Okay.
So
No, I'm on to some other shizzle. So let's see if you got those too.
okay. So this is the one that's got people sort of talking right away, right off the top, right? So a week or so ago, this somebody caught this on their TV screen. It says Reba McEntire, Usher, and Post Malone are slated to perform at the 49ers versus Ravens. And there's also footage of people going into like grocery stores and there's cakes already with 49ers and Ravens on it.
Mhm.
And there was even this other piece that I had and I can't find it anymore, but it showed like the commercials after the Super Bowl that had like, 49ers colors and shit like that. So people are saying that this 49ers were slated to win the Super Bowl. And this year, for example, which city, if you could imagine any city in America that needed a boost right now,
Let's
it would
go
be San
first.
Francisco, right? So that's what you were talking about. The theory for this year, it would be something along those lines. But there's more to the theories, But so
So
we'll
just so
see.
I'm clear, it's because it says Ravens and the Ravens aren't playing. Is that the thing?
Well, no, now they're saying that they broke the script, that they forced the NFL writers to change the script because everybody was onto it. That's what folks are saying right now. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see why they couldn't keep with the same script, but I don't know. I don't know. All right, so check this out. Joe Theismann and Alex Smith, right?
Mm-hmm.
33 years apart exactly.
Uh,
Theismann gets a broken right tibia and fibula,
uh-huh.
right? Alex Smith gets the same injury.
Uh,
Exactly 33 years apart. They're both on the Redskins. They're both on the 39-yard line.
so
The
crazy.
final score was exactly the same, right?
Mhm.
Three-time Defensive Player of the Year, Lawrence Taylor. Three-time Defensive Player of the Year, J.J. Watt. Pro Bowl left tackle Joe Jacoby off field due to injury. Pro Bowl
Mhm.
left tackle Trent Williams off field due to injury. Exactly 33 years apart. Now, for
Question.
me, huh?
No, go ahead. You go first.
Yeah, I'm just saying, for me, that's a lot of coincidence.
That's a hell of a lot of a
That's a whole lot, right?
So my question would be, and this is just for conversation, the sake of conversation, is why would they use the same exact play? Do you think I have
This is not
theories?
the same play,
I mean,
but this is the
well,
same. Yeah,
signaling, it's
right. This is the same thing happening, but it's
exactly. So
not
why would
necessarily
they
the
use
same
that?
play.
Is it sloppiness? Because obviously people are on to some of these, like especially the things having to
No,
do
I
with.
wouldn't think that this was attributed to sloppiness. I would think that this was because there's something important about these numbers or this day or something like that. I don't know, but I don't know. See, again, I don't know a lot of. I don't know. I don't mind saying I don't know some shit, but for me, when I look at it, I look at like, okay, there's some meaning to this day or this injury or something like that,
Mhm.
but I don't know. But I know it's a lot of coincidence. That's what I know. That's
Right.
all I'm saying.
It looks like coding, like it's like coding to me too. Like, it's signaling something has to happen when you see these things. Like it's triggering an action.
It's just a lot of coincidence, right? So check this out.
But like I said, I don't believe in those. So this is fun.
So Ed McCaffrey and Mike Shanahan won 3 Super Bowls together. Now their sons Christian and Kyle have a chance to win one together. Right? Now, I mean, look, Occam's razor, these are both football guys. Of course, their sons are going to play football, the chances, but at the same time, that's kind of interesting, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Check this out. Former player Benny Cunningham admits admits the NFL is scripted, but cannot go into full detail because of a non-disclosure agreement he signed with the league. And he says the NFL is scripted, but they make us sign something so we can't go into detail. Tired of holding back. Who want the full story?
And where's he today?
I don't know.
And who?
He
When was
asking me the strangest questions. Like,
I'm curious.
like,
I'm curious. A lot of these
keep talking
people
to you,
get.
nigga. What's wrong with you?
I'm trying to
I
have
don't even watch the
conversations.
game no more. Like, I don't even watch football no more. Shit. Like, I
But
don't
is he relevant today? Like, is he
My
still
brother,
playing?
he in Detroit. He live off of
Or hasn't even got a mayor?
59th he live off of 59th and Jefferson.
No, I'm saying, is he still in the game? I don't
One of
know whose
Mama
colors
Cunningham.
those are.
What?
Is he still in the game? Did they kill him dead? Like, what is he?
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know.
I have a
So,
clip of a guy who's telling the truth, but you probably know all about that, or looks like he is.
I don't
But,
know.
yeah.
I'm just saying that this happened.
Mhm.
So I'm just asking if it's scripted. If you, I mean, you probably don't have an opinion, but I'm asking folks, right? What do y'all think? Right? Is this a bunch of coincidences, or is this a thing? Damar Hamlin and number 22, Damar Harris, both get carted away in an ambulance on prime time in the Skull and Bones year 2023. See, Damar Hamlin number 3, he's number 22, and it's 223 in the year.
Yeah, I think the Hamlin thing, that's the dude that was like all the conspiracy theories were about, right? That when he dropped dead, yeah, he was dead for a minute. Like
He
he
died
dropped,
suddenly. Yeah.
died. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you saying you're asking if is the NFL scripted or is the Super Bowl scripted? The whole thing.
That they're all included in the same thing. They wouldn't script the NFL and then leave the Super Bowl untouched. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gotta get there.
I don't know if you remember. Well, you may not remember this, but this guy here, David Zaslav, tweeted out before the game, Aaron Rodgers is going to tear his Achilles on a rain-drenched MetLife turf in 2.5 hours. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it hadn't even rained yet at this point, right? But eventually, and then he got his account suspended after he tweeted it, right? But eventually, I'm sorry, I got this in a certain order and I'm doing it out of order, but this guy here is the president and chief executive officer of Warner Brothers Discovery, one of the world's largest and most diverse media and entertainment companies, right? So naturally, it did happen. Aaron, so again, people are saying it's scripted because of this.
Of course. I mean,
okay, friends, I cannot make this up. Yesterday, September 11 at 4:01 p.m., a guy named David Savlov gets on Twitter and says Aaron Rodgers is going to tear his Achilles. Then boom, friends, look what happened during Monday Night Football. You can't make this stuff up, guys. Happy Tuesday, friends. Stay woke.
Yo, and then you go to this dude's Twitter, account suspended. Oh my God, yo. If you still believe this NFL bullshit, this NBA bullshit is a real game, you are part of the problem. Wake up, my friends.
So it's so obvious, though. Do they usually make it so obvious? It just seems like that's just like point blank. Oh, I can't hear you.
I'm of the mind that if there is an elite ruling class, they have been dumbed down over the years as well. And the grandson trying to run the granddad's business is just not as good at it, is not as focused on details, and things slip through the cracks. So if I had to explain it, I would explain it that way.
Yeah, I agree. I believe that the ones that know all the old secrets are dead and gone, and the
Well, I mean,
offspring.
there's a few OGs around, but you know, the ones that the most of the ones running the show have inherited this um plan and this whatever else that's going on. And you know, they're
Yeah,
working
no,
with the
it
best
lends
they can.
itself. It lends itself to the theory of what I was saying before, the signaling with the numbers and all that stuff. It's like they
So
need
check
to
it
do.
out. To make it even more to make it seem even more like this was a fake injury and it's scripted, watch this.
Wow, and look at this. Aaron Rodgers is on the field throwing again, 34 days after he tore his Achilles. What a miraculous comeback. A month later, he's already throwing a football. And he's aiming to come back this season. Football is scripted. Football is rigged. Make no mistake about it. And the injury that Aaron Rodgers suffered, quote unquote, was nothing more than another scripted ritual.
Now, see, what I don't like is how people just proclaim football is scripted.
Right.
Right. I don't like that. Like, you know, this is a ritual, you know, don't proclaim it, right? Show me something, which is why I'm showing you what I got. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
not like I'm just saying, oh yeah, it's scripted. You're like, you know, show me something. Like, okay, right now we got speculation. Okay.
Right.
Dude did call it out ahead of time. That's a little strange, right? And he recovered miraculously quickly from this particular injury, right?
Mhm.
Excuse me.
And
That doesn't necessarily mean it's scripted, but it does, you know,
it's super sus. And so what I'm
it
seeing
puts
right now,
another coin on the scale, right?
right, exactly. So, and
Yeah.
what I'm seeing right here, just this image with the MetLife behind him, it's still working in favor of MetLife for sure.
Hmm. Yeah.
It was nothing more than another Illuminati ritual. Make no mistake about it.
Because see, well, the people that say this have no access to the Illuminati. That's what trips me out. You know what I'm saying, right? The people that
Yeah.
say this have no access to this information. So, like, on one hand, I do. You're right. It's sus, right? Sus AF, right? But on the other hand, you know, I don't know. I can't just call it like that. You know what I'm saying?
People like the guy that's narrating currently.
Mhm.
I feel like sometimes they're plants to make everybody look crazy who even says this. It's like, you know, put it out there and then put them out there, and then it just like evens itself out. They're crazy. This didn't happen. Keep it moving. So whatever its purpose was, it was served regardless, and no one is the wiser.
All right. Well, you know, I don't know, but I got a little bit more to show you.
Because he irritated me. Like, you can't just say shit. Like, you can't do that. You gotta have something. Like,
All right, we're gonna get into some deep stuff now here in a second. All right.
Doki. So I actually did know about Aaron Rodgers because I saw that his name was trending on one day on X, and
Mhm.
so I looked. I didn't know what the hell he did, you know. So I looked him up, and I don't recall. Did he get into it with somebody, a personality, a TV personality, or something? And they were just. I don't know too much about it, but I did see. I mean, recently, in the recent past, I was into that name at least. I don't know a lot about football, but I'm just saying, like, I did find out that he was a player and that he has what's going on. But it wasn't about, but then I did come across that whole tweet about the ankle, you know, that he was gonna go down. And so I was like, oh, that's deep. But
So
I
you're
didn't know.
somewhat familiar with that incident.
I am somewhat familiar with that incident, but was there another incident is my question. Because I
I
feel
have
like
no idea.
okay.
See, again, you asking me stuff like I don't know these people. I don't follow them. I don't. Yeah, I look. I don't know nothing about what they do.
I know less than
You know what I'm
nothing. So that's
saying? The
okay.
only reason I know about Taylor Swift and whatever that dude's name is, Kelsey, is that his name?
I don't know his name.
Only reason I know about them is because it's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't even, yeah, I can't even watch, I don't even watch football no more, honestly. I don't. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
makes me
brought
wonder
a
about
boy.
colleges too, huh?
He knows some things about a ball.
Makes me
Tell
wonder
him.
about colleges too. You know, if they're
Ed, what? It makes.
makes you wonder about college if that
I'm
stuff
not
is scripted
into-
as well.
Yes, sit, come closer.
Oh.
I don't know. Why is it not in the thing? That's
I
very
don't
strange.
know. You
Okay.
coming in and out. What's up, homie?
What's happening?
What's cracking?
No,
Yeah,
you can't
sure
sit
is.
this close. That's not gonna work for the very serious conversation that
Let me
we're
see.
having.
Nope, that don't matter, huh?
Wait, sit still. Just sit still for a minute. There.
Yeah, there you go.
Your head looks weird though. That's all good.
So listen, I'm gonna show you an interview with Foster. Arian Foster. Have you seen this?
Okay. No. We're gonna
No,
work on getting.
I have not.
Okay, sit still. Let's walk, babe.
I know
Aaron was telling me.
how I look now.
Like a ghost.
Can't see shit, huh?
No, that's
My head
so
on. It's the
weird.
colors I got on, probably.
No, I shouldn't do that. You're not wearing green. All right. Well, just sit still with your weird head.
Y'all got it?
Yeah. No, you can play the interview. We'll work on turning him into not a ghost.
All right. So this is the interview with Arian Foster.
Happened at the end. So Aaron, it's funny. Before we started taping, Aaron was telling me about how the NFL is rigged and how every year he used to get a script.
Yeah.
Day one of training camp that would get dropped off at his locker, and you would have to, it was like week 1 you'll do this, week 2 you're gonna have a hamstring injury, week 3 this is gonna happen, week 4 you're gonna get 3 touchdowns, and so then you just have to. Did you memorize those before the season started? Or would you go and rehearse the script before every game?
We're really dedicated to it, so it was more so like that's what practice was about. It was about practicing the script. Like, this is what goes on, and this is what we have to do in order to. Yeah.
And this referee's going to miss this call because they hate you and they love the Colts, that
it's
sort of thing.
WWF, so it's like, you know, we know what's going to happen, but you still got to put on a show.
Yeah.
What?
It's very compelling.
What? Now that's from the horse's mouth. So if I
think-
believe this, huh?
I just wonder why he's allowed to talk if we believe that
He's not allowed to talk. That's the whole thing. So, but some people talk and some people look. You know how look. I don't know. I don't know if he's allowed to talk. I don't know if he just shut off like did a Cat Williams interview. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
It could also be that that's their way of telling us what they do by putting this kind of fringe guy out there talking about scripting.
He's not a fringe guy. He's an NFL player.
But I'm saying, like,
is he still playing?
Yeah, that's.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't watch. I was telling Leia, I don't watch football anymore.
Yeah,
I just can't. For one thing, I started to realize that as a grown man, I could not sit around and watch other grown men play a game. That was part of it. Part of it was like I don't like watching everybody else get paid and I'm not getting paid. That's part of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Also, they're talking about my team, and it's
I
like,
don't like watching other people follow their dreams when I'm not following my dreams. You know what I'm saying? So I don't live vicariously through nobody. So that's why I can't watch sports much anymore. I just like, I somebody make a good shot in basketball or hit the I'm like, damn, where's my touchdown? I got to go get to work. I get to grinding. I'm like, look.
Once I saw Brady get that what was it, number 6 Super Bowl, I was like, okay, no, that's it. That's it for me. It's got to be rigged.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll talk about that a little bit too. Let's do some more of these interviews. Hold on a second. Let's see. We're gonna do a few more of these interviews.
Disappearing.
I'm sorry.
Wait, scoot up a little, then let me see.
It's magic.
Okay, do that, and then sit still. Is that's kind of
I think you know what it is? It's the black on this black right here. That's what it is.
okay?
Yeah. Well, if we go through this, it'll be good.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's interesting. Even though
The background got to be different from the shirt.
okay, well, we're gonna turn while he's.
We'll turn
I
around.
can't stand you disappearing. Go, move over. Horrible. I'm sorry, but didn't work the way that we thought after Zoom took away my favorite background. Okay.
Hey, so make sure you watch this on Rumble because I probably will cut out that Stu Peters part about the died suddenly. I don't want no issues with YouTube. All right.
Right.
And watch the other one so you'll see what I do during the gaps when we looking for stuff. You'll be cracking
Okay,
up.
good.
All right. So all right, so check out some more interviews.
Arian
Foster recently said on a podcast the NFL is scripted. So we decided to ask players what was their script they got when they were drafted.
My script was that they told me that I was going to tear my ACL my rookie year, and I was actually kind of mad when I saw that, you know. Like, I read my script, and it said, listen, you're going to tear your ACL the last regular season game. And I was sad because that means I missed the Super Bowl and wasn't able to play in it.
My script, it was pretty long. I didn't know if I was going to make the league because, you know, trying to learn something like that was pretty tough.
Say my script been pretty crazy because this is my 4th year in the NFL, and I've been to 3 Super Bowls. So when I walked in of day one, they was like, this what they handed me. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take that one right there. Yeah, I'm gonna take the 3 appearances in 4.
I mean, my script was supposed to be making $100 million, but it didn't happen that way, so they lied to me.
And talking about the NFL, moving towards this kind of narrative that's come out about the NFL being scripted, as it were, I wanted to ask you if you could shed any light on this. The year that you guys were in the Super Bowl, the Indianapolis Colts, that is, in 2010 when you lost to the New Orleans Saints, what was your reaction when you got the script and you were reading it at the beginning of that season, finding out you would get to the Super Bowl and you'd end up losing to the Saints in the fashion that you guys did?
So I was a rookie that year.
Yeah.
So that was the first script I'd ever been handed from the NFL.
Yep.
And it read that we were going to be undefeated until we chose to lose. So we won the first 14 games of the year, and then we decided to rest our players.
Yep.
That decision was made by Bill Polian, but obviously the script told Bill Polian to do that. And all the players, I don't think they were informed that we were resting players towards the end of the year because they wanted to go for the perfect season.
Exactly.
All the older guys in their locker room wanted to go for the perfect season. I was too young to have any opinion at all.
Yeah.
But I certainly appreciate them just tossing me in the Super Bowl my first year in the NFL. I didn't really know how to punt at that time, so it's really the perfect character to be casted. A punter who doesn't know how to punt in the Super Bowl with 150 million people watching. So it was fun. It was a good time. Wish we would have won. That would have been cool. Had the lead. Drew Brees did his thing with Sean Payton, who's now with the Broncos. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to be a part of. And anytime you're at a Super Bowl, you can feel the buzz and you know that a moment's going to be made.
The NFL is putting
All right, we get to that in a second.
Yeah, that's I had that clip. That man.
We'll get to that in a second.
But I really can't believe that. I mean, it's right there. I've never seen anyone say that before.
That's my question. So the commercial that you showed me, he showed a commercial in the last segment where they were pretending like the commercial was, I don't even know what the commercial was for at this point, but they were
Key and Peele, Key, right?
Yeah.
He was playing a director and he was talking to NFL players about the script this year. And it was an NFL commercial.
Okay.
So that's what that was.
No, that's what I was going to ask. Is there any way that was maybe part of promo for that or something? Or was that completely separate, independent, different time?
I don't understand the question.
The question is that all those interviews of people talking about their script or whatnot, could that have been promo for the NFL? Like to lead into
that's a whole different thing. Yeah, that's a whole different. Yeah.
So they were saying that for real.
Yeah.
And there was more than one interview, if you could tell. I mean,
I did, but I would have done that for promo. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, there was more than one interview. So far we've seen like 3 or 4 interviews where players are discussing NFL scripts. Mm-hmm. So again, you know, do we believe them?
It's what I knew already. I mean, was what I thought. That's why I stopped watching. It had to be scripted. The things that were happening, ridiculous.
Yeah,
and like it's funny because they were just talking about New Orleans, or who was just talking about somebody mentioned New Orleans.
Yeah.
And they happened to win as that Katrina whole thing was going on, and right, you know what I'm saying. And so you were saying like, what's the reason? So to draw attention to Katrina, all that other kind of stuff. Same way that they're trying to draw attention to San Francisco right now for the 49ers, right? So you know, and again, even if there is a script, like, their motivation and what they want to accomplish is above my pay grade. So I can't really say why they're scripting shit the way they're scripting shit. You know,
also has to do with Las Vegas.
In Vegas, I was going to say they're playing in Vegas, but what I'm thinking is that
I don't know, because I don't know. Listen,
it's multifaceted, I believe.
Okay, so I have this thing somewhere where somebody's explaining that the California lottery, basically all lotteries are all CIA operations. And the winners are always somebody from the CIA, so they can launder that money back into black ops and shit like that, right? So,
okay, I never heard that.
Right.
If you was gonna win the lotto, how would you do it? You can't win the lotto because that's basically a CIA psyop. Put me off of that. What they do is they make sure people put the money in, And then when it gets like 500,000 or half a billion, 700 billion, they make sure their own people win it. That way they can steal the money. Black ops. So anybody that wins a lottery, period, I would say about anybody. I would say 80% of those people are just like set up. I don't think they're real. Again, I don't trust the government for. And there's actually evidence that stuff like this actually happened before.
Want to give away money?
Yeah,
that
right.
Yeah.
So they make sure they built the pot. They give you some false hope. Oh, look, you can win $500 million. You could be like Will Smith. Well, hell, not Will Smith. We don't want we don't want those issues. Hit Will Smith's bag and stuff like that. And then they just sell you that false dream. What I'm basically trying to tell you is, listen, this is how the CIA does it. They got a whole bunch of operations. I'm just pointing out one.
So when we talk about Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of trips me out too, because I don't listen. I don't know. But it seems to me like it's probably scripted too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. There's people who've won big money in Vegas off of sports.
Well, yeah.
And it's always been a thing.
And isn't sports gambling officially legal? I honestly don't know.
Not for the players and not for the coaches. But yeah, gambling.
Because I see so many gambling commercials now, like that sports gambling. That
you can gamble on sports.
Well, listen, gambling is only kind of illegal.
Right.
Right. It's legal, if you don't tell nobody. It's legal with the government when they do it. It's legal in certain places if the government says it's okay in a certain place, right? So I wouldn't call gambling illegal. It's just
no, not at all.
Right.
You just have to be favored in order to host gambling situations.
Right.
That's about it.
All the casinos they can host bets.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So they got a pass, for some reason, and they get a pass, and other people don't, and that's some kind of weird political thing. Again, I don't know why. Like I can't, I don't want to speak above what I know. You know what I'm saying? But but it's looking pretty scripted to me. And if I'm hearing people say that it's scripted, I mean, that says what?
Right.
I mean, if they
I
tell
don't
me
think they're allowed to say that. Technically, they wouldn't be allowed to say that, NDAs and all.
What is
so it's
allowed?
Like they're not. It's frowned upon in the very, very least. Like for them to tell the people that they're something.
I mean, I hear you. I don't know. Maybe it's the way that you're saying it. Because I mean, like for me, I don't know. Allowed just seems like there's a very parental type relationship.
No, I
don't look at contractual relationships like that.
Okay,
right?
well, under contract, they shouldn't be speaking on it, is what I mean.
Right. They do sign non-disclosure agreements, of course, right? So I don't know
speaking on it because a lot of them speaking on it, and they're in the game.
They seem so casual about it.
So I don't know if people are going after them after they speak on it or anything. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if they're getting what's the word I'm looking for? Fined or censured or whatever I don't know what's happening to them. I'm just showing you the interviews.
Right. No, I'm just talking about it because it's interesting and I know that the powers that shouldn't be whatever, they can delete stuff off the internet. They can literally make things disappear. So it's interesting that it sticks around, but it can also lend itself to your theory that they have to tell us what they're doing. If that's the way they choose to do it, then that's the way that it's being done.
I've never seen those clips, ever. Never seen those interviews.
Clips?
Never.
Okay, you want to let's go a little bit deeper down the rabbit hole. Watch this. Because man, this stuff is a trip. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Share screen. NFL is using magnetic gloves. Check this out.
Yeah, I was watching this earlier.
Inside the game balls. Don't believe me? Google it. Now, I discussed in my last video that I believe that these computer chips can be turned into an electromagnet, and thus you can have the ball be manipulated with magnets and technology and cause, let's say, a field goal that was going to be good to bounce off the uprights instead. Now, this isn't the only way that this technology is being used. I also believe that this very same magnetic technology is being implemented into the players' gloves, especially wide receivers, making all those awesome one-handed catches that they routinely seem to make much easier when the ball is sticking to their hands, literally.
Hi, I'm Colin Loeffler with the Minnesota Vikings, and this is the ultimate reception. Now every kid can catch like a pro. Come take a look.
Ultimate Reception is the most innovative youth sports entertainment product in years. Players using an Ultimate Reception football and gloves are so effective they are not allowed in any high school or NCAA football game. Ultimate Reception features a patent-pending magnetic grip system that literally makes the ball stick to your hand. And with the smallest, strongest magnets in the world on your side, it usually only takes one hand.
All right, so subject one, what did you think about the Ultimate Reception?
It's amazing. You can't even drop it with the gloves. Just make a lot of catches you weren't allowed to make without the gloves. It's pretty awesome.
So how easy did it make it catching it one-handed?
Stick your glove out there and the ball sticks to it.
Good deal.
We're in an NFL equipment room. This is the place where drops go to die, where one-handed miracles happen every day. You know why? Because this is where they keep these new stickier than a frog's tongue gloves.
So
the NFL is in love with the gloves. The reviewers are raving. Wide receiver Hakeem Nicks.
That's ridiculous.
You don't even need to think about catching it. Hall of Fame analyst John Madden. Pretty soon these gloves are going to catch a ball without a hand in them.
I think a little grip is definitely, helps a little bit, especially when they're new. One hand is amazing, man. Amazing, man. What do you mean? It just sticks. It just sticks.
It sticks so often that the NFL is investigating whether these gloves make it too easy.
It's not magnets, that's sticky gloves.
The aluminum bat of the NFL?
No, I don't think. It's accessory.
Wait a minute. They're making...
It's not an A. No. Because we've been going all over town, and some people are catching it pretty easy with these gloves. Like who? Like everybody. We started with the receivers at Miami's South Beach Senior High School, where we first asked them to make one-handed catches the old-fashioned way. We didn't see many. All right, High Tides, what's your record this year?
2-7.
2-7? We're going to get you better. This is our game plan. Sticky gloves. Let's do it. From here on in, you're going to catch every pass, every bust. You're going to catch colds you didn't even want to catch. This is going to do it. All ready? Gloves on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Gloves! Yeah. Look at him, 6 in a row.
Arian was telling me about how the NFL is rigged and how every year he used to get a script.
Yeah.
Day one of training camp that would get dropped off at his locker. And you would have to, it was like week 1, you'll do this. Week 2, you're going to have a hamstring injury. Week 3, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Week 4, you're going to get 3 touchdowns. And so then you just have to, did you memorize those before the season started? Or would you go and rehearse the script before every game?
We're really dedicated to it. So it was more so like, that's what practice was about. It was about practicing the script. Like, this is what goes on and this is what we have to do in order to,
And this round.
That one, did we?
Yeah. So, yeah. Wait, so they would be as
What?
it would be as easy as them just going, like, just giving sticky gloves to one team at the beginning. Like, that's who's winning.
Well, no, all of them have it. But
No, just one team.
It doesn't.
They'd win.
It doesn't just depend on the gloves. It depends on the
But
the
they
calls.
have a huge advantage.
Yeah, of course. But they
They
have
never drop the
it's
ball.
the refs calls. It's the
There's
script.
a lot that goes into it. Again, there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, it's a play.
Yeah.
It's
See, I don't know if players are buying sticky gloves on their own. I don't know if the NFL is investing in magnetic balls. You see what I'm saying? I don't know, but I'm just listening to what these fools are saying, right? I'm
That
not
one-
on the inside,
The
right?
one
I'm
catch
not-
that started all the one-handed catch, that started all of them. If you go back and look at it, he couldn't have caught that ever without those gloves on. So they knew about it this whole time.
And sticky gloves are different than the magnetic gloves,
Yeah,
but the
that's okay.
magnetic gloves, you
Mhm.
know, with the goalposts, like I could see that because I have seen balls that look like they just kind of
Just float
Right.
into their
kind of
hand.
just do some crazy stuff, right?
There was a video on YouTube, and he was catching the ball, and the ball went beyond his hand and came back. Now that
That's a strong
I wish I
magnet.
had that one. I
That's
do
not-
have an interesting one. So wait, check this one out. I have one where you can see his hand come out of the glove.
Oh. And what happens? Drops the ball.
I think it's this one. Oh no, that's not it. It's this one.
I mean, it's the other one too. Also, we'll figure it out one day. It's just one.
All right, it's a little smaller, a little harder to see, but check it out.
Here it is, 100% proof. The NFL is rigged, and they use magnetic gloves and magnetic balls to make these one-handed catches. I told you so. I told you so.
Hi, I'm Colin Leffler with the Minnesota Vikings.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, but why are they
So now even the players now, to me, you're boo-boo now. Those skills are not yours.
Well, they have to have some skill.
They can run fast. Okay, cool.
They can act pretty well too.
And they can act.
Yeah.
But all your scores and everything, your stats have to be taken away.
This shit right here.
If everything's fake, they can have it. But, yeah.
What?
That is insane.
That's crazy. He couldn't even let go of the insane.
Without me even seeing that, I knew it, and that's why I stopped watching football. It's not real. What I want to watch it for.
It makes me sad how into it people.
Sad?
It
I
makes
mean,
me
I don't
sad.
really look. I don't really care because they say Babylon is falling anyway, and bread and circuses and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, that's
I'm
the
not
whole
really tripping out. But I just want to me, it really doesn't matter if it's scripted or not because it's all entertainment, right?
Yes,
people don't care if the WWF is scripted.
No, they don't.
No, but you can admit that people get way more invested into these sports shenanigans than more than movies and stuff.
I'm just talking about me personally. Personally, I'm just saying that these are all. It's just entertainment, right? So there's some illusion that it's a live game, and I get that, right? But for me, I just look at it through the lens of they're selling, it's all you know what I'm saying,
but okay,
but you don't watch it anymore if it's just entertainment because it wouldn't be entertaining to most people if they knew that.
Because like I said, when I'm watching grown men do something, follow their dreams and get paid, it makes me want to get to work. I don't want to sit down and watch them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that kind of dude to watch other dudes do shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If you compare the WWE to football, WWE we know was scripted from the beginning. When we first started watching it, we didn't know football.
A lot of people didn't believe it. A lot of people there was a long time that there was controversy over it. There was people didn't believe it.
But in football, everybody thought that was real. Nobody thought that was scripted, and still a lot do. That's the difference to me. I wanted football to be real, but it's
I'm thinking that it's football, basketball, baseball. I think it's all of them. I mean, it wouldn't just be football.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
I mean, it couldn't just be football.
Yeah,
and again,
when did they tell you?
Well, again, it's no one piece. All of these are pieces of the puzzle, right? We got people saying that it's scripted. We got some crazy looking, gloves that work in some crazy ways. We got footage of dude taking the glove off and sticking to the ball. He took his hand out the glove and it stuck to the ball.
Yeah, that's right.
But there's more than that. There's let's look at some trippy plays, because the refs are involved too, like you said, right?
Absolutely.
The what?
The referees.
So, now they have the.
But it's not just the refs. Apparently, it is the play. It's a script. It's like when you're on stage, you got somebody to draw the curtain, somebody to run the lights, somebody that's on the microphones, right? And you got the actors on stage, and you have the audience, right? So it would appear that it would appear that
The audience, yeah.
okay. Oh, I forgot I muted it. I'm off of mute.
Now, if you don't know, the word around the NFL and around football is that the script is written that the 49ers will play the Ravens in the Super Bowl. There's things floating around the internet that shows the NFL and other news stations have slipped up and exposed this already. So with that being said, there's a couple of things I want to show y'all on the ending of this 49ers game. Now, I've slowed this down just a little bit so we can take a look at some things. Now, first of all, this is the last play, right? This is the play that 49ers went up to come back. Green Bay was up. 49ers drove down the field and got to this part where they were able to score and take the lead for the win. I want y'all to take a look at this last play here at two things. Listen to the announcer, what he says, and then we're going to break something down.
From McCaffrey to watch the hole. You can kind of see it pre-snap. Great job. I mean, that's exactly where the hole was before.
Kind of see it. They opened it up for him.
Now, see, he even told you that they literally already had the hole wide open for him to easily run through. They literally set up for him to actually just run right through this hole. But now watch this tackle by number 34. Look at this. This guy could have made the tackle, but look at this tackle. What kind of tackle is that? What kind of tackle is that? Now, again, y'all always talk crap about, I don't play football. I've played football. And when you want to tackle somebody and stop somebody, what you don't do is just throw your elbow at their hips. He was clearly in position to be able to dive at him with both arms, wrap him up, and bring him down easily. But no, we're just gonna throw some elbow at his legs so the guy can easily bounce off and walk into the end zone. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Let's take a look at the last couple of plays by Green Bay.
You would wrap him up, right?
Now again, pay attention now.
And I know that.
Green Bay has 1 minute and 7 seconds left. They have 3 timeouts, 3. And they have to get to at least about, let's say, the 30-yard line to be able to kick a field goal and send the game into overtime, okay? Now, right here, they have 2 timeouts. I don't know why they spent the timeout. They went out of bounds. I don't know why. They have 2 timeouts now. 52 seconds, and it's 1st down and 10. Let's watch this. Quarterback gets some pressure. He can't find anybody. Okay, no problem. You can't find nobody. You're scrambling. You're about to get sacked. Throw the ball away, right? Throw it away and go to 2nd down. No. I'm going to throw on the run into three defenders for them, and I'm gonna lob the ball. I'm not gonna drill it. I'm gonna float the ball into 3 defenders. Now, I want y'all to ask yourself, if you play football and you're a quarterback, are you telling me that if you have 2 timeouts and you're by the 50-yard line, and you just got to get to the 30-yard line, and you have 2 timeouts, and it's 52 seconds left in the game, are you telling me that you would not have thrown that ball away and went to 2nd down? You would have threw across your body with a lob pass into 3 defenders.
Not at all.
If you guys can't see the script, I don't know what else to say.
That's insane.
And he's not wrong.
Nope, not at all.
He's not wrong. Like, I played a little bit of football, not a lot, a little bit, but I know enough that you would have wrapped him up and took him down.
Absolutely.
On your shoulder like that. I know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that much. I know enough from playing Madden not to throw in the area with 3 defenders. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing, bro? Right? So
that was weak. I ain't gonna lie. That's the weakest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's
so weak.
It's and here's look, I'll show you one more interesting play. That's
glazed over on it. When I glazed over, I don't even know what I was looking at. But
I'll show you one more interesting play. But again, some of this is speculation because you can never attribute to malice what could be attributed to incompetence or stupidity or just mistakes, right? So are these people making mistakes? Or is it scripted? That's the question, right? So check this out.
That was definitely scripted. It has to be.
Well, you can't say definitely.
I can because
Watch this.
Come on. Look at the tackle. How would he just hit? Look, you can get that? Watch this. Come on.
Give the signal.
Mhm.
What is that?
Yeah, he's giving the signal. Look, go this
Oh
way.
yeah,
See?
but don't they do that in football anyway?
You don't tell the other team. You don't give
Oh,
the
not
signal.
the
Tell them to go
other
that way.
Knows the other team.
Right? It's
Exactly.
a suspect. I mean, and there's a ton of those. I could go through and find a ton of them, but we got a limited time on this thing. But like,
that says it. That says it all to me.
That says it all.
Gave him the signal.
He's easy.
I mean, come on. He gave him the signal. Go this way. That's the opposite team, and you're giving them signals.
I mean, is the NFL scripted? Is it?
Definitely. Definitely to me.
Yeah, I do think. I mean, obvious. It looks obvious to me, but I don't know. Maybe that's how people play that game. Maybe
it wasn't supposed to be like that. This was supposed
I mean,
to be
the things what he showed earlier, especially the tweet that was saying that some guy, Aaron Rodgers, is that his name?
Yeah.
Aaron, okay, yeah, that he was gonna hurt his ankle, and then
there's Achilles.
That to me was the most compelling so far. Yeah, his Achilles, and on the MetLife.
Yeah.
Thing.
Well, somebody predicted it a couple hours before it happened, and then he went ahead and tore his Achilles. But you remember how fast he recovered? So that's another reason why
he recovered very fast.
He was right back, ready to go.
MetLife was still
right. So that's another reason why people think it was fake.
MetLife, isn't MetLife? What is
insurance.
That? Health or life?
It's health insurance, isn't it? MetLife
or life?
Yeah, that's health insurance, or is it life insurance?
I'm not sure.
I
would not be doing a service talking about if the NFL was scripted without touching on Taylor just a little bit.
Taylor Swift was never really that political until George Soros bought all of the rights to her music. This is real.
My entire catalog was sold to Scooter Braun's Ithaca Holdings in a deal that I'm told was funded by the Soros family, 23 Capital, and the Carlyle Group.
Enter Operation Taylor. Travis Kelce was not a big-time celebrity. So suddenly, this dude who, I've never heard of, and you've probably never heard of, becomes the face of Bud Light. A little strange choice, isn't it? This premier athlete became the face of Pfizer and the COVID-19 injection.
Travis, did you know you can get this season's COVID-19 shot?
18% of voters say they're more likely or significantly more likely to vote for a candidate endorsed by Taylor Swift. This published today from the New York Times. Predictive programming? Oh yeah. What's happening with Taylor Swift is not organic or natural. It's an op. We all feel it and we all know it.
Definitely something's going on.
I mean, yeah. Her fan base is ridiculous and they do anything she says. So
yep.
Yeah.
I can see it.
And we have, you're muted.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Again, most of this is above my pay grade, but it does seem a little suspect, right? It seems like a little, we'd never heard of this stuff before. And it turns out that he being the spokesman for Pfizer and her being the spokesman for Biden is like covering their whole agenda.
Wait, is she officially the spokesperson?
Well, no, she's not an official spokesperson for him.
Right.
But she
She's
was
anti-Trump for sure.
Well, I don't know if she was anti-Trump, but she was pro-Biden.
Oh,
Okay,
she's
yeah,
anti-Trump.
She's anti-Trump. She has to
Again,
stop.
I don't watch these people a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know their personal politics.
Right.
But I do know that the
Very
news
emotionally attached to making sure that Trump never becomes president, because
you've heard that saying, I think thou doth protest too much.
Yeah.
Well, I think that that's a possibility too, because all the news programs seem to be on top of this here.
Right.
Taylor Swift, Queen of the Clones. One look at this photo, and you might think that this is just a younger version of Taylor Swift, and that's just it.
Oh, shit.
But, despite their uncanny resemblance, this girl's name is actually Becky. There is a theory that Taylor Swift is the successful Queen of a Clone program, which sampled their DNA from this lady. Xena
yeah.
Shrek, the former high priestess of the Church of Satan. See the resemblance? Shrek was a pop star and the high priestess of the Church of Satan till 1990. And coincidentally, Taylor Swift was born in 1989. Both Taylor and Xena use serpents as their symbols and have similar successful careers crossing over from country to pop music, leading many to believe that Taylor Swift was created to take over where Xena left off. So,
Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times, but I never heard of her before, like back in the 80s. I've never heard of her.
Yeah, but
Well, that's not. I apparently saved something with the wrong title of it.
Oh,
But
I
it had
think
all the news reports, huh? I had all the news reports saying this is not a psyop. This is not a psyop,
I
right?
have that. Well, I have the View. I have the View saying and showing when Fox first covered
Yeah, I
it.
had them clowning trying to clown right wingers or whatever like that.
Yeah,
But
exactly. No, that's the headlines all day. Like that's
but
everything is like
again, when they
right wing
protest that
conspiracy theory.
loudly, why is it a thing? Like, why is it even a thing?
Every single news story is about that. Like,
Now, the thing is, we could do a whole app on Taylor Swift, just just that. So that's why I was like, I had some stuff on Taylor, but I didn't want to like play it too much because this wasn't really about that. But basically, yeah, that's what we asking. Is the NFL scripted? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And you're right. It's a whole nother episode, and it's a little bit different because I think that some of the people that are involved in the theater don't even know it. They actually believe that they are making a difference in whatever it is, So she may be one of those, but and it makes her more believable to the audience. But I did have, when you mentioned that the audience was involved as well. What did you what do you mean by that? Like they're not part of the script. So how are they involved?
I'm not sure what you mean.
You mean
He said lights, the stage, it's all part of theater. So
These
are they
all components of a theater, right?
Right. Okay, so I had that I wanted
You don't do all that stuff in dress rehearsals and do all that stuff in costumes and stuff. You don't do all that to perform to nobody.
Right.
So the audience is
So
very
the
much
audience-
involved. Yeah, their energy, their attention, their focus, all that stuff. And
if they stop showing up,
if you look at these, man, I'll have to put it in later. But if you look at the football stadiums from the top down, they all look like eyeballs, right? They look like these Illuminati sort of thingies, right? And so when you talk about the audience participation and the energy and the focus and the intent, all that goes towards whatever they're channeling in that particular, however they're channeling.
Correct. And what it also does is takes all that energy, focus, and intent away from what probably should be focused on, which is something outside of the game. That's the bread and circus.
Well, yeah, that's Jordan Maxwell once said, he's like, the grown folks are in the kitchen talking about money and finance, this, that, and the other. And he tells the little kids to go out and play with the ball.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And that's how I feel when I'm watching grown men throw a ball around. I'm like, okay, like, yeah, I feel like a little kid. Like, all right, I got to go do some grown shit.
Bill Cooper breaks it down. He breaks it down. There's a lot of great, philosophy and philosophical discussion on the bread and circus situation, which is outside. That's why I think it's multifaceted, where it serves many purposes, this whole football thing. I found this clip I'm going to share with you real quick. It was just kind of creepy. That has to do with tech in the football league. 1 second.
Really? We waited this whole time and you're not ready?
I'm ready. I found some other clips too. I was looking into it because I don't know much about it. It's all good. I should play that one too. No, I'll do this one first. Where's the screen? It's not.
Are you?
No, that's ours. It's so stupid. It might be. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. Let me know. Yeah, okay. Let's see it.
And it's being fitted with technology that will track how much fans cheer during the game. Here's Clippers owner Steve Ballmer, who put on a helmet to explain how this technology is going to work.
And I'll just say, we want this to be the penultimate basketball experience on the planet. As good as it gets, the pinnacle, the peak. stay in your seat, or get up. You get up, we're going to know that you stood up. As long as you want us to, you got to give us the permission. We'll know that you get up. We know that you cheer. We know how loudly you were cheered. If you're good on those things, we can give you little discounts around the shop just to reinforce that excellent behavior.
Not only is that terrifying, it might be the saddest thing I've ever heard. I mean, my God, it's like when your mom has to pay other kids to come to.
Yeah, he's just whatever.
That's like scripting also. Shit.
Yeah, that's scripting. I mean, that's involving the audience for incentives. If they have incentives, they're going to cheer louder and do, what they do.
That's that. If you need that,
It's
then
just
your shit
creepy.
is boring in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know if yeah. It's just creepy. Can't hear
Muted.
you. Can't hear you.
Every time you see a TV show with a laugh track, that's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They're telling you when to laugh and telling you this is supposed to be funny and this, that, and the other. So
now they're doing it for sports. So that's like,
I mean, it's just a laugh track, but with a live audience.
right.
That's
kind of creepy.
That is so fake to me.
But when you go to watch a taping of a show, they tell you when to clap and stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, again, everything is fake though. It's not just like everything is scripted. Everything. They don't let anything come out of that black box unless it's gone through all these different channels of filtration. It just doesn't happen.
So do you feel like the internet?
Yeah, it used to happen, but it don't happen no more. And it doesn't happen on the internet that often anymore either. Cat Williams did it the other day. But other than that, it don't happen on the internet too often anymore either.
Yeah, you got to snatch it up as soon as they see it because it gets taken down or people get banned, whatever. There's another clip too that was weird that just of the audience and the NFL took control of their cell phones. Did you see that one? Took control of their cell phones to do a light show, but that just says like if they can control it to do a light show.
See, now look, we got to do another episode on that one because have you seen the Kingsman movie with Samuel Jackson when he was talking with a lisp and he had implanted chips in everybody that was controlled with the cell phones?
See, that's what I'm like. Don't think it's cute, y'all, because it can get real scary really fast.
And the cool part is we give them permission.
Yeah, and he said that too in that clip right there. He said, if you let us, if you agree.
Well, that's the karma that I was telling you about. You have to agree to it. They can't just do this stuff. They got to let you know what they're doing. You got to agree to it.
Otherwise they have their minions do it. So
or so they say. Yeah. Or so they say. Maybe all that's a conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
a distraction for the other people that don't like sports. This is our distraction.
I don't know.
It could be.
Yeah, I try to keep an open mind, but yeah, you're right. Maybe this is our distraction. It's like psyop on top of psyop on top of psyop.
Nothing is real.
Well, that's actually a quote from the CIA. We'll know that we're doing our job when everything the public believes is false.
Right.
Yeah, when you don't know what to believe anymore. That's a trip. Whoa, that's a trip. That's a trip. That's a trip.
Yeah, that's some evil people to even think of some shit like that.
And I want to say that I think what it comes down to when you look at them faking everything in order to trick us, that we must be very powerful in some way. Because why are you going to such extreme lengths to keep us completely oblivious of anything consistently?
I totally agree. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, but I think maybe because they needed us for something. And
they do, yeah.
And now that they don't as much, they've begun the depopulation.
You don't think so? You don't think they need us as much anymore?
That's why they've begun the depopulation agenda.
AI.
Yeah,
they got AI in that.
But I've seen the end of this movie, and they miss us.
I've not seen the end of this movie. I don't know where you saw it, but I ain't seen it yet.
Yeah, they miss.
They're gonna miss us.
It happened in Atlantis.
AI can't do everything.
No.
Yeah, of course not. But between AI and robots and machinery and stuff like that, and just enough of us to do what they need,
fix the machines.
But they want us around for something because their world would be so drab if it was just the rich people and the robots.
I disagree. I think
prolong their lives, I believe,
yeah.
so that they don't have to face what happens in the end. And so,
See, if I looked at it like that, then I would believe that there was on some level like they had some kind of love for us, but I don't believe they have any love for us.
I think they're
it's more
entertained.
like
They're
I think it's
entertained.
more like an ant farm or something, and if it breaks and the ants get away, you're not gonna cry about it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more like tending sheep or cattle or something. I don't think that they need us at all. Not in that way. I don't look at it that way at all.
So say the first reset that we know of, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was only a certain amount of people on the planet at the time, but it was just a low low enough amount of people to to program them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right
exactly.
now, it's too many to program.
Well, yeah,
So if they get rid of us.
Is it making an impact? People
there
knowing
was another saying that someone said that 50 years ago, 100 years ago, it was easier to manipulate and control a million people than it was to
absolutely,
kill
yeah.
them.
Without
And
the internet.
nowadays, it's infinitely easier to kill a million people than it is to control them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's true. Yeah,
But it's possible that this happens on a regular basis, like every couple hundred years that they do a culling. It's possible.
Right.
We wouldn't know.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we won't know. We just think we know.
Yeah, this is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. We just don't know. It's hard for me. That's why it's so hard for me to like say like this is what's happening and this is what's going on. Because look, this shit they've been doing this for so long. I believe that the Bible is the original psyop.
Right.
So everybody really, that's like, trusting God is like, the God in that book is not the God of the universe. That's a whole different
Creator. Yeah.
That book is just control.
It's not even the language, it's the translations, just everything. It's
Yeah.
just like everything else,
Yeah. So everything's a psyop, and the NFL is probably rigged. If I had to put money on it, I'd say it was rigged.
Yeah,
definitely.
and they have that even with all of these revelations and all the people coming out saying it's a script, people still tune in. So it's either way, people are
Well,
watching.
a lot of people aren't even listen. You got to understand. A lot of people aren't even here with us on this. Like you got 15 years. I voted for Barack Obama the first time. That was like when I was first waking up. Like it didn't feel right to vote for him. But I was like, I didn't want to be on the wrong side of history. I just had a kid, and I was like, I just wanted to be part of the zeitgeist or whatever. Almost immediately regretted it. You see what I'm saying? But at that time, I got Raiders jersey. I'm wearing Kobe Bryant Lakers fits. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in it, and when you in it, you just don't see it.
Don't see it. And there's a lot of people that would vote for Michelle Obama right now that would welcome, the whole.
But it's tough, so you can't really hold it against them. But
I'm not against them, but
but
I
you
mean,
can't really hold it against
those
them.
are the ones that are gonna die.
I feel
if
different
they don't like
from how
they're
you
the
guys
ones-
feel about people because for a long time
He feels like young Pharaoh feels.
I've always known this shit was fake. I've always known Obama wasn't going to be the one. I always known that he was put in there for a reason. I always knew that.
Really?
So I can't see how people don't wake up. I can't see how people can't see it.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
They don't
My
want
first tweets when I
have
first
to.
joined Twitter, it was when Barack Obama was like doing the debates. And I said, Rock, that's his nigga name. I was calling him Rock. I was like, get it, Rock. You know what I'm saying? I was like, right. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't. Yeah. If you don't see it, you don't see it. You just don't.
Some of them won't see it. That's why I said you feel like a young Pharaoh where he's like, some of them niggas ain't meant to come. Like you just gotta leave behind. Yeah.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Oh my God. And it sucks because some of these people are people that you love and you care about. But look, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Look at somebody and you're just like, I can't. Like I can't.
Yeah.
And you just walk away.
Look, anybody around me, I've been telling you for 2-3 years now since I've been doing the news. I've been telling you. So I don't even want to hear it. Anybody around me in my circle. I don't even got time for it. I told you.
Literally put it out for you as a formatted program.
Right?
Just all you got to do is just look at it and listen, and then from that point, it's up to you. So you can't do more than that. We do our part.
When you when you were younger, you never told yourself, or it never just popped into your head that, you know what, I don't trust this for me, it was the Bible. I said, I don't trust this. If I couldn't trust the Bible, everything else
was suspect.
Yep, it was suspect.
Yeah.
And that was
for me when I was a kid. I would have these thoughts like, how do I know that I'm not the next president? Or how do I know that I'm not the next Martin Luther King? How do I know that I'm not that? You see what I'm saying? Like I had those kind of thoughts, but I could key into those thoughts that you had. Like I feel you know what I'm saying? But my thoughts were a little bit different. Mine were just, I don't know. I just had a different thing. Like
my thoughts were that when I closed my eyes, the whole world disappeared. When I opened it, they all showed up again for me.
Don't start getting into quantum reality, and they say that. That's what they say.
It's scary when you
see, and they say that kids know stuff, right? And you knew that as a kid, right? So, and you knew, like you always knew. I didn't always knew. I always knew that some people were full of shit. I knew I was smarter than some of the people I was around, but I didn't know the levels and how deep. The idea that it would go that high and the president, like I would never even think about it.
And it's even deeper than we know now.
No, he always would.
And I saw a meme the other day that said MLK was George Floyd for boomers. And I was like, damn.
Yeah. And yeah.
Damn. Right? Like, damn. Right?
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
Anyway, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta get out.
That's a conversation though that should be talked about though.
Yeah.
Which one? George Floyd?
No,
MLK for
you
boomers?
knew that shit was just all bad.
See,
why didn't people go that way and say, you know what, everything is bad? I'm not trusting anything, like I did.
Because that's also a dangerous place to be. Like
it is
you lose
very true.
All hope, but I was gonna say that sometimes, like with you, there was levels of it, and like my dad used to punish us with the news, like, and he didn't know what the impact would be later as I grew. Like now I look at the news as I just can't, because I was attached to it as a punishment, and I wish everybody had that lesson. Because it's all bad,
Well, see, the thing about my dad, he is super Catholic, super military. So he is system Babylon, like that's him to his core. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He's a smart guy, so he understands that shit is fucked up right now. But he believes that these systems will fix these problems. So, like, being like right. So he belongs to the church, right? You know what I'm saying? And I believe that these systems are potentially part of the problem.
I wish probably I could find a way to get these people, the people that think like that. Wish I could find some way to just get them out of that quickly.
It's harder with military men because they are part of the oath.
They go through the indoctrination.
They've grown through the system. They've gone up.
Now, my dad, he wasn't too attached to the military, but my point is that he had that, like, the way that the systems work. He's that kind of guy. Follow the system.
They all work like that too. They're in every single establishment and everything.
Does he believe in the overall system, government, and everything?
I think that yes. I would say yes, but I think that he's probably more skeptical these days.
Right.
But skeptical like the same way that I was. Like he might be skeptical of the other party or skeptical of a politician, but not skeptical of the overall system. The whole thing is like disgusting, and he's not there.
Yeah.
And it's hard for people to get there. Huh?
It is, especially when you're on your older ages. Yeah, it's hard.
Because they don't. They even if they don't believe in a particular party, they believe the system has to fix it. Because what else is going to fix it? Like the system, the system, it works. A lot of Republican, people feel that way too.
It's broken. Let's find a way to fix it.
It's broken. Let's take torches to the big.
Well, let's not.
That's a great way to end it. It's broken. Let's find a way to fix it.
Stupid. Oh no.
I'm just fucking with you. We don't gotta keep this one. You were like, no, you did. You did not push record.
Okay. Add image.
Where was it before? It was just there?
Right here. And now it's just gone. Because I signed in, maybe. That's dirty. That's so dirty. I can't believe they did that to me. Now I just don't even know how to deal with it. I'm gonna be in space. That's stupid. Can you want me to Here, let me just pull something that's like a studio background. I got one in my photos. 1 second. That is dirty.
You can leave the meeting and come back.
No, because I have them right here. Calm down.
Calm down.
Relax yourself. My daughter says that shit to us when we're arguing to me and them. She's like, relax yourself. I'm like, it makes me so mad. It makes me so unrelaxed. Okay. Can you see my background? This background?
Yeah.
Oh, you can? Which one do you see?
I see like a painting.
Okay, I'm just gonna use that one. Is that cool? Or should I keep going? No, this is...
What's really not good is your chair. It keeps
I know. I mean, I could take... No, because it's green too. Because this, if I take this thing off, it's green too, so...
That's... Well, I can't...
If we do this... It just looks like I'm not sitting. I just don't have it. Oh, that's my leg. It's green.
Well, no, I mean, like it looks like you're in the place better now, but before I could see the green thing on the chair. Like right now, when you lean forward and move around, I can't see your chair.
Which is okay, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
because I could see it before and it was all green and weird.
Green and weird. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's fine, I guess. I miss Prague.
I know.
That's messed up. They're just crack dealers. That's all it is.